What up? I'm back. 10:07, Wednesday, October 18th. I think it was October 1st, I think. The last time I've talked in this capacity. I really do miss it because I haven't been listening to myself talk. And so it's just been a minute. I mean, I've talked a lot lately, but it's not the same capacity. And I wanted to take a break. I wanted to take a break from it. Definitely the listening part. I wanted to just kind of live more in the moment. And just kind of experience without constantly listening to myself talk over and over and over again. Even though I needed it and in the capacity that I used it, it was amazing. The amount of growth that I've gone through by giving myself time that way is mind-blowing to me. And the capacity of the way I talk, the words that I speak. I still use a lot of profanity. I really enjoy profanity. Mostly because it's emotional for me. And it brings on emotion. It's how I express myself. I don't have the vocabulary that other humans do. I don't. I'm a simple human being. I'm not intellectually, school, education-wise, in that realm of existence. I've never said, I've never claimed, I'm never going to claim. I've talked to many people through my journey, and it comes up a lot of times that they bring up the fact that they've read the encyclopedias or they read the dictionaries. And I've watched the capacity of the way that we communicate with each other, and it's those words don't mean anything to me. All that time that you spent learning vocabulary doesn't really mean shit. If the root of the problem is communication, why would we differentiate or cause a greater gap between the communication between you and I? Makes zero sense. So why would the fact that you use a 12-letter word and I use a 4-letter word, and then while I'm speaking to you, I can communicate with the whole fucking room at the same time, where you're only going to have a super select few of people who even understand the words that are coming out of your mouth? Right? Other than I've watched this, and this is me not judging per se, but this is me watching interactions of people that we call so-called smart. And I would just kind of look back. It probably goes to the idea of neglection. They were neglected as a child. Maybe they were made fun of. Maybe they were different. And so those people tend to use intellectualism to gain an upper hand for their own confidence, so they feel like that they are better. So even in the state of them getting made fun of or being less than, because they don't fit in with the jocks, they don't fit in with the funny kids, they don't fit in with the rich kids, they have to have something. So what it is that they find? They find their head in the books. Well, I can't be this. I'm not getting laid. I'm not this. I'm not popular. So I'm going to study these books and I'm going to just fucking make more money than everyone, or be more intelligent, and I know that for myself at least. And then 40 years from now, I can laugh at their face. Well, I'm owning all these businesses and I'm a smarter human being. This is me judging, just straight up fucking hardcore judge. Just making an assumption that's bullshit 20% of the time. But that's kind of how it goes. Because everything is actually really simple. But it doesn't mean that quantum mechanics or whatever is not high level technical. But at the same time, there's a spectrum of that understanding that's very simple. Very simple. And everything really is kind of just fucking simple. And maybe I'm the stupid one, but there's so many basic, common understandings, basic building blocks of life, the way that shapes work, that make everything fucking simple. Like, you got 2 prongs that go into a light socket, or 3. Ground, neutral, and your hot wire, or whatever. But like, everything is super simple, kind of in this concept of like, everyone knows what sex is. Little Peter goes into round hole, or to hole, whatever. Everything is simple. Everything really, in the grand scheme of things, is simple. And that's where the common ground is, in the simplicity of life. If I do this act, this is what will transpire. Or these are the options of things that can happen. Why am I doing this act? What does it do for me first? And some people never get past that. And they don't think about the other party that is involved. They only care about themselves, and that's fine. That's more than adequate to succeed. And when I say succeed, I just mean exist. Make it to the end of your time, whatever that looks like. Whether you make it till you're 60 or you make it till you're 130. It is what it is. And whatever the capacity of things that you do, at the end of the day, you have to justify it for yourself. You have to reap the rewards of said such thing. And it doesn't mean that the word reward means good. It's just a product of whatever it is that you do. It doesn't mean you won't have external forces throwing knives at you, or stabbing you in the back, or calling you names, or looking down on you, when really in all reality they can't look down on you. Even if it's a physical looking down because you're short like me. You can look down on me all you want, but I live in the upside down. That's where I'm from. So as you look down on me, I'm actually above you. In every concept, in every understanding, in every idea that fucking matters, in every idea that is real. Because you're playing the game based on what it is that you perceive this realm is. And I'm playing this game as I know what this realm is, and I know what's after this. And I'm going to the after. Because the after is based on an infinite scale of what we're on, but infinity in every direction. And I don't want to be stuck in this game on repeat. Always and forever. At least not in the capacity of what I have been. And you can twist that or whatever it is that you assume that I'm saying. But when you know, you know. Like I said, the point of everything is to learn to control your own reality. Like the fact that you're only can perceive that your reality is true should say enough that you are already a high-level creator. You are already a game master of something, of your 2 eyes, of your 2 ears, of your little vessel, your little bot that is walking around. You are in control of that thing. You always have been and you always will. Well, in one right, you have always been in control. But it's like a parasite that can kind of push you. Because you're always being programmed every single day. From the day that you came out the womb, you have been accepting programs. And the way that you do that is by giving time, attention, and focus, but you can still say no. You don't have to accept what it is that comes externally to you. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to cater to it. Now, there are repercussions if you stand up against it. And until you truly taste the freedom when you stand up and say no, when you don't accept it, this sounds shitty, when you don't give a fuck about anybody else's emotions, technically, or what it is that they care about, in one right, you will never taste freedom. Will you understand that you are only the controller of yourself, and that you're not the controller of anybody else's emotions? Can you program other people? Yes. Do they have to accept it? No. And it just shows kind of really how good of a programmer you are. Because in this instance, you got media, you got government, you got any kind of external anything, you got religion, you got your family, you got your brothers, you got your sisters, you got your boyfriends, you got your girlfriends. Everything is actually programming you so that you react the way that they want you to. For their good, for their highest wants, for their highest desires. And either you are acceptable or you are not. And if you're not, it gets lonely real fucking quick. Real quick. And they're programming you early from a little age where it's like you want to fit in. Like you want to go play with all the other kids. Because all those other kids, even though they're in a group of mean girls or mean kids and they're bullying each other, you want to be part of that. For some fucking reason. I don't know. It looks like they're having fun, or they have backup, or they have a little team, a little squad. And then so you learn that you want to be with people, that you want to link up with people, and you want to team yourself. I guess. Man, I've only been talking 12 minutes. It seems like I've been talking for eternity. But it's like you get programmed early that you need that thing. And like I said, I think you do. I think we do technically need human interaction. That's the highest goal of anything, I think, is to find somebody else with a similar VR headset that you have. That can kind of perceive how they can walk hand in hand down a dark fucking hallway together. And I think that's what we ultimately need, and then we come together and we create offspring that will carry on the path that we were seeking to walk towards for us in the future. And hopefully we choose and create and pick a good path, a right path. And at the end of the day, all humans tend to pick the best path that they think or that's been laid before them by the people before them. But what happened now is the fact that the people that picked the path for us to go, our parents, followed somebody else's way too. And so on and so on and so on. And somewhere down the line, little brainwashing each generation got us to this point now. Well, we're all fucked. We're all going every which direction but down. Because we done blew the up. It's over. The up is done. The up is done. So the only option is the upside down. A new realm of existence. Because the other one's destroyed. The other one's on fire. The other one, there is no hope whatsoever left. The Down Under. The Australia. The new land. The new place. The new safe place. With new ideas. With new ways of life. And with new rules and regulations that are for the better good of all. And in that transition, there will be people technically left behind. But that is their choice and their choice alone. That's them. Not wanting to change. Not wanting to crucify themselves to themselves. To to not walk away from what it is that they have created on their own. That means the punishment is on their own head. It's on your own body. It's on your own vessel. It is of you. No one done it for you. You accepted it all. You accepted the shithole and the hell that you live in now. You did it. Doesn't mean there wasn't outside influences that didn't help push you that way. But that's where this comes. That's where this safety comes from. That's where this Savior comes from. It's you. The Christ version of you. Your own Savior. Not an external anything. But you taking over your VR headset and choosing from now on whom that it is that you want to be. Apart from whom you thought you was in the past. Whom everyone in the past told you who you was. But in order to transition, you have to forgive yourself. Forgive your own trespasses against yourself. And that the old version of you is dead. 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 Gone. No more. No mas. I don't know any other languages other than that. Okay? Technically. I can write other languages with my hands, but I can't speak them as of right now in this very second. There's no need. They're a feeling. They're emotion. They're before. They're symbols. That's kind of the point of everything. That's what I've done through this transition for myself. It's just, I'm just the formula. I've just done it to the extreme. And it is not needed to be that way. It's a lot more simple than the way I did it. But I could not be this. I could not speak on this if I did not walk through the fire on my own. If I didn't burn every inch of me, cut off everything, stand alone on my own, and skip through devastation. The devastation that I created for myself. For the shortcomings that I created for myself. For the unbelief that I had in myself. When none of that was true. Well, I mean, it was kind of fucking true. And at the end of the day, I did create it. I didn't understand the capacity of the way that I created, or that I was creating all that, because it was all external bullshit. We were told that a God did it, or the devil did it. The devil made me sin, or God allowed it to happen, but he wouldn't allow that to happen to you if you wasn't strong enough to overcome it. So evidently I'm just weak. And this suffering that I'm going through, or that I've gone through, was needed. It was a test. Thanks, Pop. Appreciate 35 years of fucking test. And maybe, in one right, it technically is, right? But a good father is going to let you walk until you learn your lesson. He may watch you, and he knows you're not in real imminent danger, technically. And if you are, he'll pull you out. But you won't know the difference. Look at your life. See how many times you should have died. Look at your life. See how many times things could have been worse. Maybe he pulled you out every single time. Or maybe you pulled yourself out every single time. Or some part of you. Some higher understanding of you did. Or a guardian angel, or this or that. Who knows? It doesn't really matter. You made it. You made it to right now to listening to this. So, I would just say, in this huge game of things, maybe there are GMs. Maybe there are game masters that are around. And that will help you in times when you don't even know that you need it. And those game masters are just you. Their game masters are you. Higher understandings. Previous versions. Future versions. It's all the same energy. It's your energy. And your energy is always the same. Technically. Technically. And in anything, time is not technically relative. It is. It's relative based on the rules on your VR headset. You perceive it that way, but it's not. It's not. Think of the concept of the past. Is the past real? Or is the past right now? Think of your imagination. Get silent. Get still. Pull up the greatest memory. Hopefully a good one. The one with the highest emotional signature. The day that you were the fucking happiest you've ever been in your life. The day you got that pink Barbie little four-wheeler and it had a little boombox on it and you were dressed up like a little princess and it was your birthday and all your friends were there. You had a bounce house, you had clowns, fucking cake everywhere. All your friends were there, your sisters were being nice to you, your brother was being nice to you. It was your special day. And you were just fucking high on sugar. High on cupcakes and candies and piñatas, and you had a little princess crown on and no one else had one. It was just for you. Just for you. Was that in the past? Or did you just relive that right now? You didn't see your brother for a long time. You didn't see your mother for a long time. I don't know. Something. You graduated college. And you worked so fucking hard to get there. You remember all the nights studying, doing fucking math problems 3 pages long. And you didn't think you could do it. And now you got kids. You got married. Are those memories memories? Or can you bring those forth right now? And how do they feel? What is the emotions that you feel right now? Is that in the past? Or is it as real as it can be right now? You know, think of the people that aren't here anymore with you. They passed away. But you have a memory bank of joyous times. You have a memory bank of feelings, of smiles, of reactions, of passionate times. And when I mean passion, I tend to move to the word anger. Because those things are fucking real. They're energy-ridden, chaotic tornadoes of fucking love. In the grand scheme of things, anger is really just a shit ton of fucking love. A shit ton of uncontrollable love. An unchecked, uncleared gun of love. Like at the end of the day. Like think about, because it's almost like it is. It is. I was perceiving it in a two-party system of anger. And it's not a two-party system. Anger is a one-party system. Meaning it's coming through one VR headset. Meaning that the person who is fucking angry is full of fucking love. So much love that it's bubbling out of their skin. They cannot contain it. They are pissed. They are angry because it's so much love that they want to give, and then the person in front of them or whomever, or the ideas, they didn't receive it back. This sounds very counterintuitive and stupid, and this is not a justification for any harm done to anybody, ever. But it's like a thermos. And this is fucking weird. Because you have to give out of yourself. Because you gotta be able to receive. And if you never can receive love back, it's just the building block, the basic understanding of a human being is love. Meaning I need to love something. I'll need to squeeze a cute animal so fucking hard because that's how much love I have. But I gotta restrain myself because if I love it that hard, I will kill it. I will mice a minute. That's the kind of love that I have. And so that's the way that I love. That's why I have to go out. I'm better at not over-loving people now. Because I just want to love to the max capacity of you. But if I do love you that much, it is a strangle. It is too much to contain. It is scary. That's why I can't just be like every other fucking human being that just does weird. I don't know what you do with it. I have too much love to give. That's why I speak all the fucking time, because it's part of my love. It's the only way I can get out and sleep at night. I gotta go into nature and just spread love and just love everything. And the capacity is the only way that I think I can get rid of it. It's energy. I am nothing but love. Nothing but love. But I have to love myself too. I have to give myself love. Because I'm not getting it from anybody else. Technically, I am. I do. But I look at it as like time, attention, focus. You're returning. I'm getting able to like refresh my love. It's almost like a blood transfusion. It's the concept of blood transfusion. We are exchanging each other's blood. Time, attention, focus. Boom, 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 boom. Very uneasy. And so really kind of in the concept of like everything I have done my whole life, I'm starting to perceive it in the lens of love. Which will override a lot of the shit that I've done. It doesn't mean there weren't bad repercussions to it, or I didn't offend people or hurt their feelings. I seem like the bad guy, and that's why I'm saying I am a fucking monster. But monsters love. We just were taught to love differently. Or the lack of taught. Or the lack of seeing what real love is. Because it's a battle of what external is and then what internally I know what I and how I love. Because it's not naive. It's very innocent, the way that I love. Because you could say this, what if I walk around and I'm nice? You'd call me a heartbreaker, maybe. If I walk around and spread love and I give people words of admiration and I build them up. Well, I see the beauty in them, because I love them. Some I love, I just love differently. I love everyone differently. Some people I don't like literally. But it's only really how they treat other people is what I don't like. It gives me a bad taste in my mouth. And it's like this. Say everyone when I come to you, when I meet you, I accept that you are whomever you are. That's you. You're not good. You're not bad. You're just your little beautiful fucking crazy self. And I love it. I don't care technically in that moment how you treat people or how other people treat you. I'm still learning about you. I'm still learning your ways. Learning what makes you tick. Learning what makes you smile. Learning what makes you angry. Learning what you're passionate about. Just learning. Because I, too, have all the emotions on the spectrum. I have all the reactions on the spectrum. I can do this, and I can do that. I can do anything. Anything in the rainbow. Under the rainbow. Under the bow. I can do it. Good, bad, left, right, whatever direction it is that you think that you understand what is under the rainbow. How does the rainbow work? If the rainbow looks like a line, you have to say that rainbow is technically in every direction of all directions, always. Always. It doesn't mean you can perceive it, because it's based on the light. Where is the light positioned? Where is the light beaming through the prism? That is where the bow is produced. But it means that bow, the light is shining through a prism always. And depending on your position and the atmosphere and whatever, but the water creating the prism or whatever you want to say, the bow will be produced. But in my understanding, now that's a dome. Meaning at any point in time, it has nothing to do with the bow, but it has to be where you're standing to perceive it. It's an umbrella. It's a umbrella. Where it is always possible, if the environment is in position for it, to see a bow, depending on where you're located at, I guess. That's kind of what I'm saying. There's always a bow. There's always a bow. It's an umbrella above us. Always. And I have no idea where I went on this tangent, but whatever. But I'm a monster, and I love like a monster. But other people perceive me as a monster, I don't know. Who cares? But that's so when I see people, and people can tell me all this bullshit, they can tell me rumors, but I don't really care. Why would I listen to someone who tells me a rumor about another human being? That in itself is dumb. Until I see it for myself, until that human being does it to me, or I am there in a scenario where that human being does something to somebody else, or puts them down, or belittles them in front of them, and I don't know all the information, why would I judge that? Why would I accept that another human being, who number one is shitting on somebody else, has either some form of jealousy? If someone comes to you and tells you a rumor, it's A, they're jealous, or B, they're jealous. In the fucking discussion. That's kind of it. They're jealous. Or there's some inadequacy in themselves to make them jealous. I don't run around talking about people because I don't give a fuck, and I'm not jealous of nobody. I got mine, and my life is the way it is because of me. Why would I be jealous of that? Why would I spread rumors on people? I don't fucking know what you do. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you're fucking. Fuck anyone you want. Fuck everybody. Fuck my mom, fuck my dad, fuck my brothers, fuck my sister. I don't care. That's on y'all. You guys can do whatever you want. Break up homes and shit. I don't give a fuck. What does it matter to me? It doesn't. I'm gonna go play in the woods. Maybe I'll meet your mom at a bar. Who knows? But I'm not gonna make rumors about it. Hell, I'm not even gonna know if she's your mom. Because we're just gonna have a good time in the discussion. If I become your daddy, I do. you'd be so lucky to have a dad like me. But that's a joke. Kind of. But yeah, as far as rumors go, like, it doesn't. If someone tells you a rumor, like, if you don't do the due diligence, so number one, you can listen to it, and you could check on it, you could leave it in the back of your mind, but who cares? How do you know that that's true? Think of the concept. I always think of the concept of the devil. I know the devil in me. I know what I'm capable of. So if someone does say a rumor, someone says something like this, yeah, they're capable of it, but that's just common fucking sense. What did you do to provoke the devil? Huh? What did you do to cause someone to treat you that way? I'm just saying take accountability for that. Because maybe you did do something to cause that person to react that way. Cause that person to leave your fucking life. Cause that person to walk away from you. What did you do? Other than the rumors that you fucking spread. To make yourself feel better about the fact that somebody walked away from you. Someone broke your ego. Someone that was nothing but good. In all reality. Doesn't mean that they don't. That's what I'm saying. What did they do? Maybe they did. Maybe I've done bad things, or I've messed up, or made mistakes, or I've been this, or been that, or not did this, or not did that. But what else? Like, you know, you leave somebody on red. Obviously, at some point, they're gonna be like, "Well, fuck this. Well, fuck this." I can try and apologize for maybe something I felt that I'd done wrong, but what's the fucking point? And then, like I said, that all rolls back to the understanding of communication in the beginning. Well, if you don't communicate or I don't communicate, and I was not very good at communicating in the past, but I've gotten better. And so, like I said, those were things that I had to learn through and heal for myself. Is that I can't be mad at other people for the way that they treated me or lack of communication if I wasn't communicating either. So it's my fault as well. If not all my fault, technically. Because it's only my VR headset. And it's like playing a video game. Depending on the way that I respond or the questions that I ask, I will get information from the other person that will dictate how our relationship goes. Like, everything is very simple. Because at the end of the day, I have to hold myself accountable for every interaction that I have with every human being. End of discussion. And so if it doesn't work out the way that I perceive or wanted it, I can only be mad at me. I can only truly be mad at me. And I am. So that's why it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. We're like, can you hurt my pride and ego? Before? Yeah. Before you could. And if you was to come to me and say, Cody, you did these things wrong, I'd be like, well, thank you for finally fucking telling me. Right? Thank you. I already know what I did wrong. Because you left me on red. It left me in my head to go over every single scenario of what it is that I did wrong. And I took the time to figure that out. And I said, it is what it is. As long as I can forgive myself, I have no other choice but to forgive myself. And now I can do better with whomever that I meet in the future that can forgive me for the mistakes of the past. Instead of someone who's going to hold on to the mistakes of the past forever. Because that's not a relationship at all. That's why everyone gets divorced. And it's not saying that there's not things that you shouldn't hold on to. Because there should be. And it's not that you don't have to forgive anyone for anything, really. You don't have to put up with it. That's the point. Have self-respect for yourself. Someone cheats on you, it is what it is. Pretty fucking shitty, huh? Pretty shitty. Someone doesn't know. Someone runs around and has to have attention to prove their worth to themselves. Because without other people's attention, they feel like shit. They don't feel good enough. They don't feel adequate. I could perceive myself in the past that maybe, I was searching for people's validation or attention externally, but it's like now, like I don't give a, like why? What? I don't get it. I fill my own cup. I don't go run around draining people's energy because I'm so inadequate that I can't raise my own vibration on my own, that I can't be happy on my own. I can diddle myself on my own. I can do everything on my own. I can wipe my own ass on my own. I can feed myself. I can clothe myself. I can make myself laugh. I can make myself cry. So what is it that you need from other people? I know we do need human interaction, yes. But if you don't have good, loving human interaction, why need it at all? Why live in a state of fear? Or live in a state of shame and guilt? Or am I good enough for this person? Or when is this person going to get mad at me if I don't cater to their ways? Why am I, me, in control of another human's life? That makes zero sense to me. Why would you want to be in control of anybody's life because you're not in control of yours? So then you neglect the fact that you can't control your own self, and then you control other people. And I guess you find power in that. It doesn't make sense, because at the end of the day, you're still going into the closet or going to the bathroom crying by yourself, crying yourself to sleep, because you can't even manage your emotions, and you feel utterly alone. And it sucks, and it sucks. That's why I want to help people not be that. We can learn to love yourself, because you're fucking fired. That's the point. You're fucking amazing. You're funny. You're crazy. You can be anything at any time. Like, how is that not the greatest skill ever? That you can choose to be, and then you are. I would just say it's more fun to just be nice and loving. It is fun to be hateful. It really fucking is. But there's bad repercussions come from that, and so then like I feel bad. If I hurt somebody's feelings, I do feel bad. I do feel bad. I don't like to make people cry. I don't like to hurt people. Really. Sometimes it's just part of the repercussion, and I instantly have to forgive myself for the stupidity that comes out of my mouth. But there's nothing I can do about it now. It's in the past. The past is the past. There's nothing I can do. I am me. I'm my father's son. Whoever he is. Whoever he is. I have no idea as far as this vessel goes. Hell, I have no idea who my mother is, technically. Genetically. I have no idea where my past is, really. What genetics I do have. But I don't have any blood with anyone here. Ever. None. Zero. We are not the same. We will never be the same. My blood is not your blood. End of discussion. I am not you. And nothing that matters. I'm not your bloodline. I'm not your past. And I'm definitely not your future. End of discussion. My ways are mine. Yours are yours. Not good, not bad. Just different. My path is different. I look at a lot of things too based on bloodline. Mostly because my ancestors are different. I'm kind of a melting pot of a lot of things. I come from bloodlines that are important. I'm an important seed, to say the least.
I could be wild, I could be sexy too, but we on trial.
The most important depends on how you want to perceive it, but I'm my own VR headset, so for me, I'm the most important seed of my existence. Because whatever comes in the future comes through me, that is of me, and whatever came from the past is here now, and that's me. So in the concept of the one VR headset that does matter, which is mine, and your VR headset is you, in all reality, you are a king and queen of your bloodline. Technically. You're the king and queen of your VR headset, of this experience that's happening, and you can perceive it right now. So the obligation of you is the highest of high obligations. It means you can swindle that if you want. Up to you. It's not good or bad, and the word swindle isn't good or bad either. We perceive a word as positive or negative, and like I said, it's not really that. It's an energy. And all energy is good energy. But it's how the energy is used, how it is intended, is what makes it good or bad, or good or evil. But all energy is good. Even dark energy. Even technically malevolent, if that's the word, is good energy. It's just intended, the intent, the person who pushed it, the idea of why that they used it. It's encased with an outer coating. But in all reality, when that outer coating wears off, it is good energy. So the initial could be negative or bad. But in the long term distribution of that energy, it always is for the greater good because it progresses in time. Meaning anything that you perceive as evil, it could slow things down. It can make things last longer. But once the outer coating is gone, everything underneath that outer coating of darkness, technically, dark is not bad, just the outer coating is good. Because it had to be that way. And that's where that good energy can propel you forward, if you can disperse it that way. So someone, for me, I'm poison. Meaning in energy that, my energy is stronger. It's not that I'm poisonous. I just dissolve things. I can dissolve any kind of negative energy, and I accept it as good. It's almost like a universal donor of blood. I mean, all blood is accepted to me. It means I can accept anything that you send to me, and it will give me life. Negative, positive, in between, whatever. Hatred, jealousy, you send that shit to me, I just play with it. I just take the wrapper off of it if it's coated with bad intent, and then I eat it for breakfast. But that's because I'm the controller of me. I'm the controller of my energy. So anything that comes to me, I control it. Consciously, unconsciously, in other realms, in other existences, whatever. But also there's, as you vibrate higher, like I said, the outer coating can't even get to you because the vibration of the outer coating is low. And it tends to be shame and guilt, which is 200, 300. And then down the spectrum. So it's negative. Poison and jealousy, intent, shame and guilt, like I said, they're all at the bottom level of vibration. It's real shitty, low level stuff. This is why I talk about magic the way that I perceive it. The way I talk about it is because it's low level. Because you can't be a high level anything and play and live and shame and guilt and jealousy. You're just not anything. Not anything that matters. Just put it that way. And that sounds shitty. You have a capability of being high level, but in order to be high level in things that matter, you can't have jealousy, shame, and guilt. It's in the discussion. Because if you have a high level mindset, you would be jealous of no one. To have a high level mindset, you cannot have shame and you cannot have guilt about whom it is that you are and what it is that you are doing. And that's for both fucking spectrums. Of the highest, most evil people in the world, they don't have shame and guilt. Technically. Because they run from it. They stay clouded, they stay drugged up, they stay under the influence. And then that's why they continue to chase those highs. So they can feel other things instead of feeling shame and guilt for what it is that they're doing. Not only to themselves, but to everyone else around them. And then that is why the world is the way it is. Because no one truly loves themselves. We're all running from the shame and guilt and jealousy that we have in our own bodies against ourselves. And how we are ultimately neglecting ourselves and abandoning ourselves and our true wants and desires, which is real love, which is real intimacy, which is real people fucking forever with us. People that we can go to war with and love forever and cuddle every fucking day and know that somebody truly loves us and has our back and they're not going to cheat on us. They're not going to throw us out like trash. They're not just going to use us for what it is that we have in the moment. And they're not going to be chasing the grass is greener. Or looking for the next best thing. For the next best meal ticket. Whom is going to carry me the furthest so I can get the experiences that I want without doing anything except showing up and being me. I want to be like these Instagram people. I want to be traveling the world. I want men fighting over me. I want women fighting over me. I want to chase this empty lifestyle that I know is going to leave me empty. But that's okay, because I'm going to fill my time with substances, with experiences, that ultimately is just chasing a high that I know I'm never ever going to truly be happy in. Except for brief moments of pleasure. But then, boom, I'm going to be crying or walk ashamed the next day. And I'm going to go beat myself up in the bathroom or cut my legs or cut myself to feel alive. Even though everything that I just did is supposed to make me feel alive. That's what the TV told me. That's what Instagram told me. This is supposed to make me happy. I'm supposed to be treated like a doll. I'm supposed to be getting ran through, getting gangbanged. I'm supposed to be banging all these chicks. Supposed to be high all the time, drinking all the time, doing dangerous stuff. That's what's going to make me happy. And then you go do that stuff and you chase that. And then, yeah, it's fun, I guess, for the minute or the night. Now you can't walk straight for a week. You can't manage your emotions. You thought that this was going to work out that way. I caught feelings for that guy. I caught feelings for that girl. But they didn't catch feelings for me. They treat me like trash. But he calls me at 2 o'clock at night and I'm going to run to his house and get done up. He likes me. It's just playing in your own imagination. Like I said, creating your own hell. Maybe this one's different. Maybe this one's not. You know? Who knows? And then it is like, then you get to the point where I'm at. I'm like, dude, just tell me. Do you want something long term or do you not? Either way, I'm game. I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for anything. So communicate to me today, in the now, what it is that you want. And we'll go from there. But do you really want it? Like, do you really want it? Are you just saying what it is that you think that you want? And you want something else. But either way, you got to be verbal. Because then that's the only thing I can perceive. I'm not a mind reader, per se. I do know what you mean. That is not enough confirmation for me to assume that you say yes and you really mean no. That's just ignorant. So I just, like, you gotta say it. I'm not gonna bring it up. You do you. What do you want? What do you want? Like I said, and that's the issue, I think, like I said, with women. They don't want any accountability. And I'm kind of over the concept of, like, saving anybody, really. I don't want to save anybody from anything. I don't care. It's up to you. I'll do my part. The rest is up to you. I'll tell you what I've done. The rest is up to you. I can't come save you for what? What's it going to do for me? And that's the only way I can come up with that. Is because if I save you. I saw this thing about, like, if you save... This sounds weird. I saw this thing on TikTok. It's like, you know, if a woman saves a guy, like, he'll love that girl forever. But if a guy saves a girl, she's going to leave him. Because now she can do better. Now she can do better. And that's why the save-a-hoe complex doesn't ever work. Because it just seems like, from my perspective, 90% of women, maybe it's a lesser number, they're always looking for the next best thing. And it's pretty shitty, because, like, I see it happen all the time, and I have to, like, not judge it per se, but at the same time, it's just like, everyone just this is deja vu right now, everyone just has so many daddy issues and mommy issues that this is what we're reenacting. Over and over and over again. In cycles. And it's fucking weird. It's super weird. Because, like, at the end of the day, none of us had truly good fathers. I would perceive. That's a blanket statement. Some fathers are amazing. Okay, some fathers are awesome. Cool, man. Some moms are good. Some moms are awesome. Cool. They did the best that they could with what it is that they had. So in one right, they did the best that they could. Some of the best that they could is shitty. In the grand scheme of things. From a third-party perspective. Some of the fathers did the best that they could. But from a third-party perspective, that's shitty. There's no covering that up. And even now, you could perceive that even the people that we think are the best fathers or the best mothers still only doing the best that they possibly can do based on the knowledge and experience that they had. And if the knowledge and experience that they had is fucked up, and they haven't done the due diligence to heal from that and find that there is another way other than the way that they were taught, how is it going to get better? It can't. Because in order for things to get better, there has to be change. Meaning there has to be a walk away and the separation of the old into something that is new. Unknown territory. That is really scary. Because the unknown, if you think about it, is that unknown. And now that I look at it, that's not scary at all. It's just unknown. It's not good. It's not bad. I just don't know what the fuck it is. I don't have any expectations of what the unknown is or what it consists of. Like, why is the unknown scary? It shouldn't be. It's just unknown. It's that simple. I don't know. And I lived that way my whole life. Honestly, I was never afraid of the unknown. I was always afraid of what I knew. I've never been afraid of the unknown. But I've always been afraid of what I knew. I knew that relationship was going to play out that way. But I was afraid of what if it didn't. So I created a scenario where it would play out exactly the way I knew it would. And it was. And it did. And that's self-sabotaging. And that is how good of a creator you are. Look back at your relationships. I know I'm going to cheat on her. Or I know she's going to cheat on me. I know I'm not going to be enough for her. I know she's going to do this or she's going to do that. How does it play out? It plays out exactly the way that you know it's going to. Because you create it with your mind and your actions and in your doing. So if you can get two people that can just come together and go, I don't know. But I do know that I like you. That you make me feel a certain way. That if we communicate every single day and we talk this out every single day, that we will at least skip into the unknown together. And that's all I technically know. Is I want to do the unknown with you. Whatever that looks like, I'm not afraid of that. I want to do that. And I want to do that with you. No expectations. Let's just live day by day. Let's just live in the now. Let's just live now, holding hands the whole fucking time and facing the unknown and walking towards the unknown until we know nothing else. Until this is what we do every day. It doesn't mean you can't project. It doesn't mean you can't have goals and stuff like that. I'm just going like on the extreme level of let's not plan about our relationship other than I'm going to love you always right now. Or I'm going to communicate at least. Fuck. I'm going to at least communicate what it is that I feel. Always right now. I'm going to be honest in that. Because the unknown, like I said, man, that's not scary. That's the point. I don't think anyone technically is afraid of the unknown. You're the afraid of things playing out the way that you think they are. Because the unknown is like a heaven idea. It's like, how good can the unknown be? It can be as good as you think it's going to be. It's perfect. It's the unknown. Everything in the unknown in the future will be exactly what it is. It's just encapsulated in that idea. It don't matter. You're never going to get there. So you can imagine the greatest shit. Might as well imagine the best instead of the worst. You know, maybe just imagine the best of everything always. What's the best thing that can happen right now? And that is an idea that you can do. And that's an idea that I kind of adopted. But then I did that idea for a minute. And then I just bypassed it. I went past it, where it was like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what happens. Because I have no control over that. As long as I'm happy right now, I'll be happy in the future. As long as I can accept and have gratitude for what it is that I get right now, then I will accept and have gratitude for whatever it is that I get in the future. So do I need money? Do I need this? I don't fucking know. But I'm happy right now. I have gratitude right now. And I have acceptance right now. And appreciation right now. That's good enough. Because whatever I get in the future, if I'm still in the same concept, if I'm still in the same vibration of gratitude and appreciation, then when the future gets here, whatever it is that I have that is different than now, As long as I'm still appreciative and have gratitude for it, I'm good. I'm good. That's all I can ask for. That's pretty cool. It's pretty fucking cool to me. I always have enough. I always have enough. I'm always breathing. That's a good place to fucking start. Until I'm not. I'm always breathing. Until I'm not. So really, like in all reality, you're always breathing. Until you're not. Like, what more do you need? You know? Like, what more do you need? Because if you're breathing, you can smile. If you're breathing, you can laugh. Hell, if you're breathing, you can cry. It's a gift. If you're breathing, you can be sad. If you're breathing, you can yawn. If you're breathing, you can love. Hell, if you're breathing, you can hate. If you're breathing, you can just be anything that it is that you want to be. Every breath is a fucking gift. Be appreciative of it. Make the best of it. Short breath, long breath. Just breathe, you know? Fuck. Just living on a breath, man. That's crazy. I just thought of like someone who like dives into the water, man. And you like dive into the water on one breath, and you get to go see this other world, this other reality on one breath. For a moment, like you're in another realm of existence, living on one breath. And you're risking it all. You're risking the one thing that gives you life. So you can dive into another world of existence. Well, like you're risking everything just for that experience. Well, that's a beautiful fucking concept. But there's danger everywhere. And there's danger just in the breath itself. And if you don't make it back to the top, you won't even be able. That's it. You breath until you have no more breath. Because then your lungs just filled with water. And you suffocate and die. Like really, like in grand scheme of things, it gets pretty dark real quick, you know, maybe. And then you look through the concept of what is water. Water is life. And there's water in the breath. There's water in the air. So really at the end of the day, like, water gives you life and water gives you death. But really, if you really want to live, you gotta get a little wet, you know? You gotta play with the water. You gotta play with the water. Or do you? You can just fucking stay out of the water. You know? I don't know. It just all depends. Depends on the water. The water's intent is not to hurt you, but the water is dangerous. It's almost any element is dangerous. You gotta look at it like that. Fire is dangerous, but it's not intended to hurt you. You can walk through fire. Wind feels good on the skin, but you could be tossed up in a tornado. Like everything is, like I said, the duality of life. And both sides of the spectrum, whether harmful or unharmful, is beautiful in itself. Some of you just want to watch from afar, some of you want to partake. I mean, Earth is crazy. Earth can do so much. And if you can master all of them, and it's not really about mastering any of them, but it's about accepting all the elements as they are and understanding what it is that they are capable of, and then appreciating that. Because appreciation, again, and accepting that the elements are what they are, appreciation and acceptance means you know when to play with fire and when not to. You know when to play with water and when not to. When to play with earth and not to. When to play with wind and when not to. And then when you learn all that stuff, when you master all that stuff, that's when you create Captain Planet. It's love. A holla. Love y'all. Peace.
Never made it easy to stand by you. Could never be sweet enough to prove that when we fought, I was fighting for you. Never made it easy, did you? But I got my nails done up, pointed high, and you're just about the last thing on my mind. 'Cause I woke up the beast in me, and I'm stronger than you'll ever be. So look at me. Come on now, look at me. I'm a beast, baby. So look at me. Come on now, look at me. Got a beast inside and I'm waking it up. Got a beast inside